His harsh words sliced through the café like a blade.
"Wheelchairs should stay home, not bother others."
Then one of them suddenly shoved her wheelchair, sending her crashing to the floor, belongings scattering in all directions. But 30 minutes later, a military Humvee roared to a stop outside. 3 Marines stepped in, their piercing stares silencing the room instantly. Have you ever seen humiliation transform into honor? Drop a respect in the comments if you believe honor always finds its way back. Clara Hayes sat quietly in her usual spot at Sunny Ridge Café in Willow Creek, her scarred hands resting in her lap. At 46, the former Marine gunnery sergeant bore wounds from battle, visible with her missing right leg and invisible in the shadowed depths of her eyes after too many losses in Iraq. The late afternoon sun filtered through the cafe's windows, casting soft shadows over the wooden floor. Clara adjusted her prosthetic leg under her worn jeans, wincing at the familiar phantom pain. Despite it all, she worked part-time here, finding solace in the routine that kept her grounded. The owner, Tom, had hired her with a firm nod, veteran to veteran, no pity, just respect. She loved the quiet moments between rushes, when the clatter of dishes faded and the hum of conversation settled into a peaceful stillness. The peace broke when the door chimed loudly at 2:33 p.m. on that Tuesday, July 1, 2025. 4 men barged in, reeking of beer and arrogance, their voices booming over the soft country tune playing on the jukebox. Clara tensed, recognizing their leader, Vince Harper, a dishonorably discharged soldier known for targeting the vulnerable. "Well, look here," Vince announced, nudging his crew as he spotted Clara. "The half-Marine on wheels." Clara kept her focus on stacking sugar packets, her 17 years of Marine discipline guiding her to pick battles wisely. This wasn't one. "Didn't think they'd let cripples serve food," Vince went on, his voice loud enough to carry. "Pretty sure that's a health code violation." The few patrons shifted uncomfortably, staying silent. The new barista, Lily, glanced at Clara with worry before busying herself with an already clean counter. Clara wheeled to clear a table, collecting mugs with steady hands. "Menus for you gentlemen?" she asked, her voice calm despite the tension coiling inside. Vince sprawled across a booth, taking up space. "Sure thing, Wheels. Roll it over quick." His friends chuckled. As Clara turned, Vince lowered his voice to a mocking whisper. "How'd a woman even get in the Marines? Some quota, huh?" Clara's grip tight. Vince grabbed her wrist, eyeing the eagle globe and anchor tattoo. "A real jarhead? Let me guess. Desk duty while real soldiers fought? Let go," Clara said, steel in her quiet tone. "Oh, what? Roll over me?" He laughed, shoving her hand away. "Women like you cost us wars. Special treatment for playing soldier." Clara breathed as trained. 4 counts in, hold, 4 out. "Take your time with the menus," she said, turning. Vince stuck out his boot, blocking her wheel. "Did I dismiss you, Marine? Stand at attention." Clara maneuvered around it. "Your server will assist soon." "Wheelchair warriors belong home," Vince shouted. "If you can't stand, don't burden others." His crew laughed. One, a burly man with a scruffy beard, staggered up and grabbed her chair's handles. Before Clara could react, he shoved. The chair hit a table, tipping her to the floor. Hot tea splashed her shirt, her prosthetic twisting painfully. The café froze. No one moved. Only Vince's laughter filled the air. Lying there, Clara felt the cold floor, the wet heat of tea, and the sting of humiliation. Her first vulnerability since Iraq. Her wallet, a folded bandana, and a faded photo spilled out, a shot of her in dress blues with her unit before the ID. With practiced resolve, she pulled herself up, righting her chair with a grunt. No one helped. Patrons looked away, muttering, "Someone should do something. Not my place." Clara's face stayed stoic, masking the burn of coffee and pride. Lily started forward with towels, but Tom intercepted her. "Don't. They're regulars, big spenders when happy," he whispered. "But she works here," Lily protested. "Part-time only," Tom muttered. Clara returned to her corner, dignity intact but shoulders rigid, one hand brushing where medals once hung. At a nearby table, a boy of 9 watched, tugging his father's sleeve. The man, in a Gulf War vet jacket, studied Clara's Marine emblem. "Dad, is she a soldier like you?" the boy whispered. The father's jaw tightened. "Yes, son, a real one." He stood, dialing his phone. "Hey, it's Sergeant Ellis. I need to report something to the old unit." Vince's voice cut in. "Hey, half Marine, my tea's cold. Where's that service?" Clara didn't flinch. 30 minutes later, a Humvee's growl silenced the café. Painted in desert tan with Marine insignia, it stopped outside. 3 Marines entered. Master Gunnery Sergeant Ortiz, Captain Lopez, and a corporal in pristine uniforms. The Master Gunnery Sergeant, gray-haired with a limp, saluted Clara. "Gunnery Sergeant Hayes, apologies for the delay, ma'am." Clara returned the salute, her eyes reigniting. "At ease, Master Gunnery." The captain's gaze fixed on Vince. "It's nothing," Clara murmured, adjusting her leg. "With respect," Ortiz said, "it's not. No one touches a Marine." The corporal added, "You led us through Fallujah, saved 6 when that IED hit." The café stirred. A Korean war vet stood at attention. A woman with an army pin rose. 3 reservists joined. Ellis called, "Attention!" Half the room stood, backs straight. Vince shrank. Ortiz faced him. "The Corps teaches honor, protection, never leaving a Marine behind. Some wear the uniform but never grasp its meaning." The captain touched Clara's shoulder. "You lost your leg pulling 2 Iraqi kids from a blast. Bronze Star with valor. 22 years of service." Clara shook her head. "That's past." "Semper Fi isn't past," the captain replied. Tom approached, nervous. "Meals on the house." Ortiz met his gaze. "Marines pay their way, sir." The meal was quiet but dignified. Patrons thanked them. Vince left silently. As they departed, the corporal called, "Semper Fi," a clear warning. That night, Clara shared memories, Fallujah's dust, unit bonds. "Remember that sandstorm?" Ortiz chuckled. "You navigated by stars." "Anyone would," Clara said. "Not anyone," the captain corrected. A week later, the café's sign read, "Sunny Ridge Café, home for the brave." Veteran photos lined a wall, a plaque reserved Clara's table. She wore her Marine pin proudly, a flag on her chair. Vince never returned. Regulars avoided his booth. Vets sat near Clara, nodding respect. Ellis's family joined weekly, his son Tommy drawing her pictures. "Heroes should smile," he said. Clara smiled, her first in years. A Humvee visited Thursdays, Ortiz, Lopez, and the corporal joining her. They shared coffee in silence, a bond unbroken. The café became a haven. Vets found camaraderie. Civilians learned respect. Tom wore a flag pin, hired more vets, and hosted free dinners. Lily studied ranks with Clara. A new soldier joined them, welcomed by a silent toast. Clara spoke at the school, sharing discipline and unity. The town built a memorial, started a support group. 6 months later, a reporter captured the café's story, cruelty sparking kindness. Clara mentored a young recruit, guided a Vietnam vet to wear his medals again. The café hosted monthly veteran meetups, drawing stories from World War II to recent tours. A local artist painted a mural of Clara's unit, unveiled at a ceremony where she spoke, voice steady. The uniform is a promise, to stand tall, to carry others. The town council added a veteran scholarship. Clara's corner became a symbol, her wheelchair a badge of resilience. Outside, the Humvee waited.